So, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is the eve of the cup final that we have in Olympiacos Stadium. And biggest game of the season coming up tomorrow. And carnage, absolute carnage if we don't qualify into the next round. And I fully expect his resignation on the table at London Colney on Friday morning, if that is the case and we don't qualify. If we do qualify, then let's hope the draw is kind to us in the next round, because this is going to be a real tough competition to win. And I genuinely don't think we have a chance, if I'm being honest. But the most fraudulent manager in Premier League has done a press conference today. And Granit Xhaka, Captain Fantastic, has come out giving it the large one, as he always does. He does his talking on the pitch, apparently. Well, where have you been, mate? Xhaka boom. He hasn't done any talking since. So yeah, maybe he's been gagged. I don't know. Maybe he's got a zip on his mouth and it's been zipped up. I don't know, because he hasn't been doing his talking on the pitch recently, that's for sure. But he has had a little something to say today. I'm going to go through and have a little look at what's been said, and there is quite a bit to get through if I can find it. Where are we? Is this all today? It actually is. Today's the 24th. Wow, there's actually loads to get through. Okay, cool. He looks kind of happy. He's smiling. He's had a clean shave. His hair's been fixed. He got his hair did, and he's good to go. But anyway, let's get through this. Do smash the likes up. I'll come back to comments in a second because I genuinely can't see him while I'm reading this. Unfortunately, I don't have my monitor here. It was asked whether Bukayo Saka is one of our most important players. I mean, what a stupid question to start with. Well done. Whoever asked that, hang your head in shame. His form in recent months shows he's very important for us. I think he's getting better and better. His performance levels have been consistent, so that makes him for sure one of the most important players, which also makes it even more surprising that we put him on the left wing the other day against Manchester City rather than the right wing, where he's done all of his good work this season. Who knew? Anyway, let's move on. Whether his consistency is unusual for a young player, Bukayo Saka, if he plays tomorrow, I think is the second youngest Arsenal player in our history to make 50 appearances for the club. Cesc Fabregas is the youngest to have got 50 appearances racked up, but Bukayo Saka will be second. So yeah, well done to him, man. 50 appearances for Arsenal if he plays tomorrow. He said it's very unusual, but he's been doing a lot of unusual things. He's been dealing with things that at his age in a very unusual way. Unusual is the key word of the day by the looks of it. But this is why he's showing what he's showing, because his maturity is above his age and so is his intelligence. How do you see the tie, Mikel? He said, I think it's different. The away goal is always important, but in this context, I don't think it's that relevant. Okay. We take the game like there is everything still to play for. It's the second half of the game and we need to try and go out there and win the game. Any other thing without the fans, without being in our stadium, I think makes it a very tricky game. He was then asked about the prospect of fans returning to the Premier League at the end of the season. He said, I can't wait to have the fans back in the stadium. I think all the players and everyone at the club are desperate to have our fans back at the Emirates. They make a huge difference. Personally, for me as well, because the energy they are able to create, the motivation they create, the passion they show in the stadium for our players, I think there is something we've really been missing. He said, I think I've said it before, to feel part of something that you are trying to do without sharing it with people who really matter is very empty at the end. A lot of emotional parts are the beauty of this game. So hopefully we can have him back soon. He was then asked about team news, and he said Thomas is close. He got final tests today in training. He is fit. So if he's feeling good, he will be available to play in the match. Well, that's good news to have Thomas Partey available, potentially. Rob Holding is not available. He had concussion, and we tested him, and he's completely fine. But obviously, we now need to follow the protocols. He won't travel. Whether this is our only route to Champions League football, Jesus Christ. Who asked that question? Is this our only route to Champions League football? Like, real talk. Who asked that? What, do they think we're getting fourth? Do they seriously think we can get fourth place? Wow. Okay. Wow. Wowee. He said, I think whilst we're mathematically possible in football, you have to try so hard. We're going to do that in the league for sure. It's true that the Europa League gives you a completely different route and is a competition that we want to carry on playing in and try to win. Tomorrow is another opportunity to make a step forward. The better we are in the Europa League, the better we are going to be performing in the league and vice versa. We need to be alive in both competitions. And if he has a special relationship with Becky B. Oh, dear. These questions are hilarious today. I didn't even see any of this either, to be fair, so I didn't know any of these questions. But if you asked me that question a few years ago, I'd probably say if he is the way he is, it's nice because we had a really strong relationship and I tried to help him as much as I could. Now it's a different relationship. Obviously, when you know the person and you know the professional, it's easier to help them because you know how he feels, you know what he needs to do and how he needs to get the best out of him. It's true that this season he's found much more consistency. He's been available in more matches and hopefully he's now forgotten the last 2 years when injuries meant he wasn't able to play much. On whether that means he can no longer be Hecky B's friend. Wow. It's a very tricky one. You can't change your feelings towards somebody. There you go. There you go. There you go, baby. Out of the horse's mouth. Becky B is his friend. Hence why he plays him so much. Clouding his judgment. They're friends. He has been more consistent. He's been more consistently shite this season as well. Let's be real here. Big up everyone in the chat. It's mad. It is mad. So he's openly admitted he is his friend. Maybe that's why he starts him. But anyway, but you have to be fair and you have to be demanding. And it has to be a space that has to be shared and lived in a different way between a player and a manager. It doesn't mean that your feelings are different towards the person, though. And if his place is under threat by Cedric, he said, I think everybody has to compete for each other. I think Cedric has done really well. We've also got Callum Chambers now. Oh, dear. That has been training really well for the last 3 or 4 weeks as well and looks completely ready to step in. So everybody has to play at their best level. We're going to have to rotate players as well with the amount of games we have. We've been rotating players for 3 years, mate. Yeah, why don't we just put a consistent 11 together? On if he'll start against Benfica, he said, I don't know. I'll decide the lineup tonight. On if this is the biggest game of our season, Jesus Christ. They're really plucking out gems today, aren't they? It's a big season and a really important game mentally and confidence-wise. It's going to dictate if we're in another competition or not for a few more weeks. This is really what we need. This is a really tough opponent. It's a Champions League team who have been playing in these types of games for many years with a manager with huge experience. For us tomorrow, it is a final. It's a final. Do we get a trophy for that, Mikel? If we win, do we get a trophy for that? I don't know. Do we get a trophy? Does anyone know? Can anyone tell us? So he's admitted so far that Bellerin's his bestie and tomorrow is a cup final. Your manager, yeah? Ain't my manager. Not my manager, bruv. Anyway, and if the pressure is on him ahead of the game, he said, I always feel that it is on me. Every time you are playing in a competition and you can go out, you know the consequences. And with this club, the aim is always to win the competition that you are in. So it doesn't really change much. Okay, cool. You've also now admitted that the aim is to win the tournament. So if you don't win it, I want you sacked. Thank you. Your words, Mikel. On Jamie Redknapp's comments about Aubameyang, he said, I didn't see those comments. I've heard about them. I'm here to support every single player, and I'll try and do that all the time to try and give the best possible advice when they have a difficult moment. Stay right behind them and what they're trying to do always. I don't know what Jamie Redknapp said about Aubameyang, if I'm honest. I haven't seen it. I didn't see it. But Jamie Redknapp needs to shut his mouth. What did he ever achieve in his footballing career? Did he ever win anything? Sit back down, Jamie Redknapp. Sit back down. Yeah, man scored in the cup final twice last season. Did you ever do that? No, you didn't. So stop talking, bruv. Anyway, let's move. On if Aubameyang can respond on the pitch, he said, I think it's the best way to talk is on the pitch. 7 days before, when he scored the hat-trick, and he could have scored 4 or 5 against Leeds, he was again the main man. He could have scored a hat-trick against Benfica easily with his qualities, and it would have been different at the end of the day. It is about putting the ball in the back of the net for him. That's how he gets joy. And whether he enjoys big games with everything on the line, I'm not answering that question. I'm not reading that out. That's bollocks. No, I don't like the big games. What a dumb question. On his admiration for Eusebio and why he has a pair of his boots, turn it in. On whether he can remember playing against Al Tarat, he said, yes, he used to be a number 10, and he was a super talented and very creative player. He had a really good season in the Premier League, and it was hard to play against him because I played very close to him for a few games. He was a player with enormous talent. He changed his position a little bit and the bit of his discipline too. It's nice to see him back playing. On Benfica's defensive positioning in the first game, causing offsides and what solutions he has found. Well, here's a solution. Time your runs better. That's not really rocket science, is it? They have an aggressive backline, and I don't know if we can expect a back 3 or a back 4 tomorrow. I don't know what they will try and do, but it's been a key principle in their way of playing and to manage those situations well. We were offside on many, many occasions. Credit to them for how well they deal with them situations. Regarding the game and what we can expect, again, it's a really tough game and it's really aggressive team that are going to come at you, and I'm expecting them to do the same again. So they've literally asked about 3 questions about the game, haven't they, really? Which is why I probably should stop doing these press conference reactions, because it is literally, oh, you've got a pair of Eusebio's boots. Why is that, Mikel? Who cares? Who fucking cares? Does anyone care that he's got a pair of Eusebio's boots? Like, honestly, does anyone care? Like, does anyone care what Jamie Redknapp had to say? Why have you wasted one of your 2 questions asking him about Jamie Redknapp? Who is Jamie Redknapp? Who even are you? Like, seriously, some of the questions they put at this guy is mad. And if you ask a dumb question, you inevitably get a dumb response. But the real talking points out of that, the fact that he's basically come out and said that him and Bellerin are best friends. Yeah. And tomorrow's a cup final. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, at least we're in 1 cup final this season, I suppose. There's silver linings and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's go on to Granit Xhaka's comments, because this is hilarious. Is that the one I want? I don't think that is the one I want. Where is it? I'm going to find Granit Xhaka's other comments in a minute. Oh, I think that's it. Is that it? Yes, there it is. Right. The Switzerland international is enjoying arguably the best run of form in our colours. So what does he put that down to? He's enjoying the best run of form in our colours. Okay. 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 Oh my God. Seriously. Can this club stop chatting BS, man? Granit Xhaka is arguably in the best run of form in our colours. No, he's not. And here we go. His reply to that was, it is difficult to say if this is my best season or if I am just in good shape, Xhaka told the media ahead of the Europa League clash. The only thing I feel is that I have a lot of confidence from the coach. I'm in a very good shape physically and very well mentally. And this is key to my game. For me, everything has to be clear. What we want to do on the pitch. And at the moment, it is like this. He then continued on, excuse me, and said, the coach is helping me a lot. Everyone knows he is one of the reasons why I'm still at the football club. Wow. And I have a very good relationship with him. So basically what he's saying is he wanted to leave and he's only staying here because he's now mates with Mikel. Is that the kind of player we want at the football club? Wow. Anyway, I am very thankful to him and, and he's helping me every day on and off the pitch. Because if you have a coach like that who gives you the confidence and freedom, it's easier for the player. He was a midfielder, so he knows the position exactly. This is very important for me because he can show me on the pitch my position, my body position, and without the ball, where I have to stay, how I have to improve my game, as well the team's game. Mikel Arteta was a bang average midfielder, which is no coincidence as to why you are as well, my friend, if he's teaching you. For me, everything is clear. for what I have to do on the pitch. Well, it's not, because you just said that he's fucking showing you. Oh, my God, this geezer. He's as bad as the manager. Of course, from the outside, some people speak and say it is not good or this is not good. But at the end of the day, for me, the most important thing is that the team, the manager and the staff are happy with me and, of course, myself. At the moment, I feel very important for the team and I am in good shape. Wowee. Granit Xhaka feels important, people. I'm going to find the other comment because I want to find it. He said something about being scared. Where is it? Where are we? They didn't actually put that bit on the press conference as far as I can see. Granit Xhaka indicates he sees his long-term future at Arsenal and adds, I'm not the guy who is scared to play in front of fans. Okay, mate. Well, you was scared to play against fucking Watford in the second half, weren't you, mate? Do you remember that? 2-0 up at half-time. Comes out and does a Sky Sports interview at 2-2 at Watford away. Yes, I feel we were a little bit scared. Well, what was you scared of? I don't get it. Unbelievable. 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 Some of the crap these players spout, and people lap it up, you know. What else did he have to say? On his partnership with Thomas Partey, he said, if I can find that, there it is. It's a shame we've not played a lot together because he's had 2 big injuries. But the games we have played together, he looks very good, very solid. We are very good together, not only on the pitch, but off it as well. He's a lovely guy. Oh, he's lovely. What a lovely young man. And he is improving our team because you can see how much experience he has at this level. No, he actually has experience at a higher level, mate. Yeah, he's lowered his standards to come and play for us. Jesus Christ. And this is good for my game as well. As well, the other midfielders in the team are improving step by step. And the important thing is that we can see and we can feel that we're improving, and we have to keep going like this, and let's see what we can take from the end of the season. Do they genuinely believe they're improving? Is that actually a thing now? They actually believe they're improving. Wow. This has got to be the most fraudulent press conference I've ever done, by the way. And I've done a lot of fraudulent press conferences. This is probably top of the table right now. Big up to Kyle. It says, imagine Tarat. Last minute goal on Thursday. I don't want to imagine that, bruv, if I'm being honest. I can't lie. You lot are in action tonight, I think, in Man City. Good luck to you lot. It's actually nice to sit down and watch a proper team play football instead of watching Arsenal. I cut my hair yesterday and my forehead's grown another inch, bruv, because I'm going bald watching this team, bruv. It's mad. But yeah, it is what it is. And thank you for that, mate. Appreciate that. Jamie Redknapp said that Aubameyang is past his best and he's lost his superpowers. Jamie Redknapp never had a best and he never had superpowers. Sit back down. What's Jamie Redknapp? Who is Jamie Redknapp? Do you know it's an insult? Yeah, it's an insult to the likes of Thierry Henry and Graham Souness when that punk used to sit between them in the Sky Sports studio, and it comes up with a little thing across the bottom that says all the honours that Souness had won. Then it goes to Henry and all the honours that Henry had won. Then it comes to Jamie Redknapp. Like, embarrassing. The only reason Jamie Redknapp's on there is because he was one of the Spice Boys at Liverpool. Jesus Christ. Embarrassing. Which is why I don't tend to listen to these pundits, because half of them don't know fuck all about football. Man said, turn this off. Cricket is on. I don't watch cricket, bruv. I watch 2020 cricket every now and again, but yeah, other than that, I don't watch it. Imagine having a game that lasts 5 days and it could still be a draw. I'm sorry, mate. That ain't for me. It's mad. But anyway. Do you regret selling Giroud? Well, he's better than Lacazette. That's for sure. He is better than Laka. Yeah, there you go. He's only in the job because of his dad. Exactly. Let's continue on. Keep smashing these likes up, by the way. I would appreciate that. And listen, it is a big game tomorrow. Treating it like a final, I think, is a dumb thing to say, but that will get everyone hyped up on social media. That'll get everyone going, oh, it's a final. Oh, Mikel got us to another final. If we do lose the game tomorrow, like I said, I expect his resignation on the table at Colney 9 a.m. on a Friday morning. And if it ain't, they better sack him. They better sack him. Because if we get knocked out to this lot, that's a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. It is what it is. Big up to all the Twitch rats. Should we put Master Splinter back on the screen? Where are you, Master Splinter? There you go. Let's get him on the screen. Seeing as we are the Rat Army, all the members of the Rat Army, assemble on the like button. Assemble on Discord as well. Big up everyone on Discord. I don't know how many people we've got on there. Let's have a look. But it's going up every day. So thank you very much to everybody who has joined on Discord. 392 people. So if you haven't followed on Discord, the link is in the description. It's also pinned to the comments. So go and check that one out. And we'll build the community up on there as well. Man said he's too arrogant to leave. That's actually very true. He is too arrogant. He the fact that Granit Xhaka was the guy tasked with coming out with him today and doing the press conference, I found a bit weird. But then again, I probably shouldn't, because he's equally as arrogant. The fact that he thinks that he's having a good season says it all. Granit Xhaka thinks he's having a good season. Granit Xhaka seems to think he's improving every day. Yeah? Well, how comes we're 11th then, mate? How comes we've not made top 4 since you've been at the football club? And now you're being taught how to play your position by another bang average midfielder who's now the manager. Can you see where this is going? It's not going well, is it? Because last year was our worst league finish for 25 years. This year, it's going to be even worse. It's mad. It's actually mad. But what do I know? What do I know? Big up everyone on Twitch. Big up all the Twitch gang. Big up to Joanne. Hope you're well, darling. Them press conferences get worse. I put my comment on Haters TV. To be fair, the guy who does Haters TV, I think his name's Nick. I've never met him. I don't know what he looks like. I've heard his voice a couple of times. Obviously, he asks questions. He tends to ask half-decent questions. It's the rest of them. Yeah, he tends to ask all right questions. Questions that you think, oh, okay, well, that wasn't too bad. I mean, it's not difficult when the rest of them are asking about why he's got Eusebio's boots. Like, come on, who gives a shit whether Mikel Arteta owns a pair of Eusebio boots? Like, honestly, who cares? He should get sacked on the flight home if you lot go out. That's very true. That's very true, mate. He should be. Do you reckon you're going to get through tomorrow? I think you drew, didn't you? I think you drew 0-0, but I expect you lot to get through, if I'm honest. Do you have Reddit? No. Nope. Big up to Sudad. It says, I'm a Barca fan. I think Bellerin would be a good backup to Dest. And then move Sergio Roberto to midfield. Bruv, I'll get him on the next flight. As soon as flights are available to Spain, bruv, which they ain't at the minute. As soon as there's flights available to Spain, I'll pay for Bellerin's airfare, mate. You can have him. You can have him. I'm quite sure Barcelona fans, when they're booing Messi after 3 games without a goal, would absolutely destroy Bellerin because he's a little bit soft and can't act the criticism, which find it hilarious because I see tweets yesterday from people saying, oh, well, the abuse he's had over the years is probably one of the reasons why he wants to leave the club. Yeah, don't go to Barca, mate. They boo Messi when he don't score. Don't go to Madrid. They kick the shit out of players' cars after a bad performance. Don't go to Sporting Lisbon because they storm the training ground and beat their players up. Don't go to Internazionale Milano because they pull out 75-foot-long banners cussing off Icardi and other players. Don't go to Marseille because they storm training grounds and set them on fire. Who else we got? Napoli. Don't go to Napoli. They kidnap players' wives. Don't go to any other Italian teams because they will storm the team bus and kick the shit out of you if you have a bad performance. Don't go to PSG because they'll stick it on you as well. Yeah. Man's got it easy. He's a comfortable club with a fan base that are probably more patient than they should be. It's mad. Can you imagine Bellerin at some of these clubs? Jesus Christ. Can you imagine Bellerin at Inter Milan and they back out a 75-foot-long banner saying you're a piece of shit, you shouldn't be at the club, like they did with Icardi, who was captain at the time. You're not welcome at this football club, you're a snake and all this. Do you imagine? I don't think he'd make it. I don't think he'd have to come off substituted. He'd cry. It's mad. It is actually mad. But there you go. Anyway, let me catch this super chat. Big up to everybody watching live. I will be back again about 6, I think. What time's Tottenham playing? Because Tottenham are playing tonight for some reason. What time are they playing? Oh, Tottenham are playing at 5. Okay. That's kind of cocked my plans up. Okay, well, I will be doing a match preview. I might just pre-record it and drop it in there, actually, for 10 o'clock. I might do that in a minute and drop it in there for 10 o'clock. And I can chill and watch the football for the rest of the night. No matter who the owner is, we should be challenging. Despite COVID, we're one of the richest clubs in the world. We need to manage our resources better, and hiring competent staff would help do that, says RS. Thank you very much for your generous donation, my friend. Appreciate that. And yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Listen, at the end of the day, Mikel Arteta's own words were, no matter what the squad is, we should be challenging and competing for the title. That was when he first got the job. He then said at the end of last season, when we won the FA Cup, 8th in the FA Cup is not good enough for Arsenal. So what is it? Yeah, he's also said in that press conference that the target is to win the Europa League. Well, so if you fail to win the Europa League, you should be sacked then, yeah? His words. Either he's lying, which we know he probably is because he's a compulsive liar, learned from the Wenger days, from one of the best compulsive liars on the planet. But yeah, big up to the signature. I want to sign for Napoli. Oh dear. Did you see the video of Bellerin at the F1? Yes, I did see that. Man was calling him a hipster, and also, excuse me, can I just have a word with this beautiful young lady? He didn't have a clue. Martin Brundle didn't have a clue Bellerin was, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He said, "Yep, sorry, I was too busy checking out the hipsters." Literally, F1 bodied him, bro. They didn't have a clue who he was. It's funny, isn't it? But when Aubameyang turns up at F1, Jesus Christ, everyone's there. It's mad. Exactly. Arteta said he doesn't own a Twitter account, bruv. Well, he does because it's there, and it's Mikel 8 Arteta is his Twitter handle. 8th is not good enough, but 11th is. Well, apparently, yeah. Did you see the article about Dangote and his plans to have discussions with Kroenke? Bruv, this guy's been chatting bare breeze for about fucking 5 seasons about, oh, I'm going to buy Arsenal. I'm going to buy Arsenal. How about stick the fucking money on the table and stop talking? Yeah, because he's fucking waffling. And even if he does buy Arsenal, yeah, maybe what he needs to do after that is go and buy Leicester, and then we can become Leicester because we just need to nick all of their stuff. Like literally, they're fucking levels ahead of us on training facilities. They're levels ahead of us on fucking scouting. They're levels ahead of us on the pitch. They're levels ahead of us with the coach. They're levels ahead of us in the way the clubs run. And the only thing we're ahead of them on is fucking revenue. We're competing with the best in the world on that. Funny that, isn't it? I just answered that, my guy. I just answered that. So yeah, if man's got the money, stick it on the table. If not, stop talking about it, bruv. Like, he's been waffling for time. He's been waffling for years, bruv. Ted Kravitz, that's his name. Thank you very much. That was the other guy on F1. Let's do a few more comments. Let's do a few more. Apparently he's an Arsenal fan, says Fion. Yeah, see, apparently he is. But listen, he's been chatting rubbish for years. And if you're going to buy the club, just buy it. Just buy it. Yeah. And do you know what would be funny? Is if he does buy the football club, let's assume he does. I reckon he's potting everyone. Like literally, he'll get rid of the whole board. If he backs his talk, he'll sack the board. Yeah, he'll sack the board. And it's mad. It's mad. But we're seeing it. Anyway. We came second with Scalacci, Denilson, Shamak, Almunia, Senderos. Man comes 11th with a newly qualified, behind a newly qualified championship team with players like Laka, Abba, Willian, Saka, Partey, Tini, and Pepe. There you go. There you go. There's a tweet I'm going to find. I quote tweeted it yesterday. I'm going to read this team out. It started against Southampton. It started against Southampton under Unai Emery. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I will find it. Can you name any players he's actually... I will find it. Bear with thy and smash the likes up while I'm doing it, if you would. That'd be great. Make sure you check me out on Discord. Make sure you check out the Insta League Under 82. Where is it? There we go. I found it. This was the team that Unai Emery had against Southampton. Leno in goal, Bellerin, Lichtsteiner, Koscielny, and Monreal. Lichtsteiner was playing centre back that night. Xhaka, Guendouzi, Torreira as a trio in midfield. Mkhitaryan, Iwobi, and Aubameyang as a three up front. Czech, Maitland-Niles, Elneny, Ramsey, Ozil, Laka, and Nketiah as the bench. That particular team, I'm not in stats and all that, but we went 22 unbeaten with that squad. Right? 22 unbeaten with that squad. And we created 72 big chances with that team. This season, we've only created 29 big chances. How is that even possible? Kolasinac, this was mad. Kolasinac had 10 big chances that season created. Unbelievable, Jeff. We created more chances that season than Man United, Wolves, and Tottenham. Unbelievable. We were 5th in the league on created chances. Unreal, really, when you think about it. Now, I'm not one for stats and all that, but that is actually baffling. We finished we've done 22 unbeaten with that squad. Mad. How do you work out the size of the chance? A big chance? I don't even know, bruv. I think a big chance is I don't even know. I think a big chance is what they say is an ideal opportunity to score, i.e. you haven't got a defender stood in front of you. I'd imagine that's what a big chance is. Rather, it's like created chances, stats. Oh, Mesut Ozil created 95,000,001 created chances and Giroud was missing them all. Well, he didn't, because he only created 2 for Giroud in 4 months of that goal drought. Not that the Ozil fans will tell you that, but created chances, a lot of the created chances are just hilarious, because a created chance is a pass that leads to a shot on goal. So if I pass it to you and you hit it and the keeper catches it, that's a created chance. But you could be hitting it from the most impossible angle ever. It's a created chance. Yeah, it's all a load of bollocks. But I don't know what a big chance created is. There you go. I'd imagine that's what it is. Big chance is when you pass it on a plate 6 yards out and the striker missed. There you go. Big chance is what a player is expected to score, such as a one-on-one. There you go. Anyway, I will be back. I'm going to probably pre-record. I'm probably going to pre-record a preview rather than go live again. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll drop that for 10 o'clock. I'll do that at 10. I'll record it in a bit and I'll drop it at 10 o'clock. Make sure you got your notifications on your phone as well as YouTube. Half of you that are subscribed to me that have notifications on. There's about 12,000 of you got notifications. Notifications on. About 4,000 of you ain't got them on your phone, so you're never going to get a notification. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, we'll end on this one. Big up Jai. Jay. Big up Jay. Lee, have you seen Ozil's Who Scored ratings for the last 5 games? He averages a 6. That's because he's shit. I did tell everyone this, but a lot of people started following Arsenal because Mesut Ozil played for us, bruv. And that's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go and get myself effed off out of here. Thank you to everyone who's shown love on the channel today. A big up to all you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow, the Matchday Vibe show will be back as well. I will do a member stream end of this week at some point, man. I've got to try and get it in maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday. I do need to do one. But yes, Matchday Vibes will be back again with Tom tomorrow. I'll be on it with him. This is the one but last, the penultimate show that I'll be on it with him. Then he's doing it on his own. Then the watch along. After the watch along, player ratings with Chig. And then I'll be busting out some fan cams again, because you guys love the fan cams. Big up to Claude, big up to Kenny, big up to Chig, and I've got a few more people coming on tomorrow as well. So we're gonna bust out some fan cams again tomorrow, and then it'll be the same procedure on Sunday against Leicester. That's an early start as well, man. I'm going to be live at 10 o'clock. Fucking hell, 10 a.m. So yeah, man. Big up to all of you lot, man, and we're out of here. Laters, peeps.